Good evening and welcome to East Asian History. My name is Miss Rezis. It rhymes with Jesus. That's how I like people how to pronounce it. And this is my elective course, East Asian History. I've been teaching at BCC for 11 years. I've been teaching in accounting for 13. And I think this is my 10th year teaching East Asian History, so it's a big year. It's probably my favorite class to teach because it's something I'm really passionate about, and I hope that your students come away from it finding something that they're passionate about in East Asia as well. If you need to reach me for any reason during this virtual time, I realize you can't read that. My email address is the best way since we don't have phones at the moment. But if we need to have a phone call, we always can. But there's my email address. It's also linked on my MCPS classroom. A little bit about myself. I have two kids. There they are. And they'll probably pop in uninvited to our Zoom calls from time to time. My son is 7. He's virtually in 2nd grade. And my daughter is 4. And they both often pop in. Even if their dad is available, I'm usually the one they want to ask questions with. So you may have already heard about them. I can't remember if they popped in already or not. In East Asian history, our goal is not to just see my children popping in and out, but instead to learn something about the region known as East Asia. You might be wondering why I'm jumping through this picture down here. I got to travel with a group of teachers to Tibet in 2018, and so that's a picture of me at Mount Everest Base Camp. East Asia is basically the region covering Japan, China, North Korea, South Korea, and Mongolia. And I hate to say it, but we usually don't have time for Mongolia, so I generally don't include Mongolia in our course, but I always say if I have time, I'll give it a try. My goal in this class is to give students an understanding of political, social, and economic policies in East Asia. Usually we focus on 1945 to the present, but oftentimes there's a few students who might have interest in, samurai or the Edo period or the Qing dynasty, and we might go into more detail about the earlier history of these places. Right now, we've just been doing an overview of East Asian philosophy, so we talked about Buddhism and Confucianism. So you're welcome to ask your students about filial piety and how they can show their parents respect. We will be talking about, if not watching, some or all of a few films. I'm not sure which ones on these lists I'll be able to figure out via Zoom, but these are some films that I've used in the past. So if you're a film buff, maybe you'll watch them with your student. They all have relevance in our class. So we have Unmistaken Child, Spirited Away, Last Emperor. So several of these are sort of classics about East Asia. Some of these are anime from Japan. But in general, we'll be looking at both a documentary and at least one non-documentary sort of feature film from each of the countries that we're studying. Even if it's just a clip or two, we will try and look at both the documentary and a popular film. In class, most of what we do in class, mostly everything we do in East Asia is in class. There really will not be a lot of homework, and that's the way the course is when it's in person as well. So the grading really comes from projects, participation, and in-class assignments. So missing class is a big issue. It's actually, I think, better online because I don't think it's as easy to miss class because maybe you can attend if you're not feeling 100% and still tune in online. But most of what we do will be in class, and most of it will be done without any homework or outside information needed. At the end of each unit, so at the end of our China unit, Japan unit, and Korea unit, we will have a project. So we don't have a test or a quiz or homework. We generally focus on these individual research projects at the end of each unit. So hopefully your student might talk to you about what seems interesting that they want to keep in mind for their research project. All right. So the research projects have a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can include. So this page kind of tells you about that. In general, these projects end up becoming like a presentation or exhibition when they're completed. Obviously via Zoom this is going to look a little bit different, but that is the idea, that you're sort of learning something that you did not cover in class, and then you're going to share it with the community so that we can all learn something extra. All right. If you have any further questions about East Asian history and how things are going, please feel free to email me and reach out. Hopefully This has given you a good overview, but I'm sure I've left some things out. So please don't hesitate if you have further questions, and I look forward to seeing you sometime. All right, have a great evening.